The Red Letter Day of Real Estate was recently held in Mumbai. The event saw the biggest names from the industry converge to discuss and decipher the most trending topics of real estate.
Let's have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome the Chairman and Editor-in-Chief of BW Business World and Exchange for Media Group, Dr. Batra.
I just want to say there are many awards that happen. You know, we do it through a process, we do it honestly. The process can be improved, the data can be improved, the jury is fantastic, it can be improved, but we do it very honestly. I think that's the only, with too many awards happening, I think if you have to exist, you have to make a difference to the community, you have to learn from the community, and in some way you have to be honest.
So I think, for me to even be here and talk is a very, very big honor. So it took me 6 months to chase Dr. Anurag Batra, to convince him to do this show on Republic, which we call the Realty Plus. And I've learned so many things from him in terms of real estate, managing temper, managing people. Not much to really talk about because there are stalwarts sitting here for it. I congratulate everybody who has organically, and I repeat, organically made it to the awards, because to be here possibly in 2018 could be just another award, but wait and watch, we'll keep making this way, way, way special in times and years to come. Thank you very much for having me and listening. Thank you.
What are your thoughts on the market currently, on the commercial office space market?
Out of the 550 million square feet of quality commercial real estate that's been documented as A-grade or close to B-grade real estate in India, almost 270 million of that is now institutionalized. So predominantly, most of the quality real estate is already bought out by institutions. What that has done is, it's done three things for the industry. One is, it's ensured that a very different standard is now established for building new commercial real estate, which is not run-of-the-mill or just driven by location alone. You got to build an asset which is of a very different quality standard. The second is that most of these investments now have become really large. And third, most importantly, you have a very strong demand book, which has continued to be strong. And in most micro markets, which are the main primary cities of India, you today have a mismatch where the supply is grossly inadequate to cater to demand that's currently actively looking for space. So all these three things have ensured a lot of stability in the market.
The way demonetization, RERA, and these factors have impacted real estate as such, in general, yes, office, residential, retail, all sectors have been impacted. But I think the impact has been very, very low on office real estate because these things actually don't affect demand as such. It does affect the developers to a great extent.
Biggest pressing issue for the commercial real estate industry?
So if I talk of MMR, I think positioning of MMR, I think it's a great destination. I don't think we've positioned ourselves well. So by all means, what Vinod is doing, and yeah, by all means, I'm for IT being promoted. But why disincentivize regular commercial? So I think it's very, very important that we push commercial space in general in Mumbai, because I think one major issue most cities are facing today is employment generation, and Mumbai has a huge issue on that front. I think we have a huge population and we're not generating enough jobs. So it is very, very important that we do that bit right.
Can we have a huge round of applause for those fantastic insights that we managed to extract from all of our speakers in our first panel discussion?
Esteemed dignitaries unveiled the refreshed version of the Realty Plus magazine. An engaging conversation with the most dynamic panelists of the event followed.
Okay, so this is supposed to be a fire chat, and I have two gorgeous, awesome, talented, beautiful ladies with me. And can I start with Shweta ji?
Yes, please.
Talking about business, do you think straight up men make better businessmen or women are better at it?
Let me start by saying this. Women are born multitaskers. And hence, as entrepreneurs, as businesses,
Yeah.
women have not been skilled as yet. As women, including me, we have not realized that we have this capability. If we make this force realize, they can prove to be better business women than men, and I can guarantee you that.
What is your take on this, Nisha?
I think both men and women run businesses brilliantly, but in our country, I feel women would be way more efficacious in a business if we believed in shared responsibilities, which is something that you just don't have in this country at all. So you have women, and let's not always talk about, women in luxury, like two of us sitting here. Let's talk about women who go in a train from Mulund and Thane and are sitting and cutting vegetables in a train so that they can go home, and the husband at home says, we have shared responsibilities. I eat and you cook. So while it is funny and while we can laugh about it, the fact is, if you want to ask me about women who are efficacious in business and how would a woman CEO do, she would do well. As a closing point, that gender really doesn't matter. It's about individuals and it's about encouraging each other.
Thank you so much. You've been a great
Amit,
audience.
You and
Thank you.
Shweta, a
Pleasure.
fabulous panel to be with. Thank you.
The biggest realty developers came together on stage to address the current market scenarios.
We start with probably the most experienced as a firm. How do you see the current struggles that, if I may call it struggles, that the industry is going through? What is your view of it, and how would you see it from a macro perspective?
So real estate is clearly a cyclical industry. Economy goes up, real estate does well, it goes down, it goes down. But I think we've been unfortunate to be hit by external things as well. So simultaneously you have demonetization. At the same time you also bring in GST. Compliance norms are going up. Look, every developer has been borrowing money from banks for construction finance because we don't get money for land. And every banker knows that we take that CF money and we put it to buy land. So today, every developer who's stressed and there's a risk of an NPA currently is facing the risk of that banker raising his hands and saying, oh, I didn't know anything about it, and these guys have committed a criminal negligence or fraud. Okay, so there is that change which is taking place.
Mr. Angelo Rajesh, I'm going to ask you, from an external environment, not these, what about the customer? There is a shortage for houses. But the customer is still not signing on the check the way they used to. What is going through their mind? Can you give a sense of that? Why are they not signing on that check and making the sales go up?
Well, my opinion is today is the fantastic scenario for the real estate industry. It's now become a knowledge-based activity rather than a fund and a muscle power activity, which it used to be once upon a time. And only people with the right knowledge and the right concept of building for the customers. Till yesterday, most of the developers would try to build what they liked and then try to make us sell. Today, the developers who are left behind, because a lot of people have got filtered in this mahem which has been caused in the industry for various reasons. Some was discussed by our friend Mr. Gera. The customer today has got too many choices, too many options, and too many offers which are confusing him to sign on the dotted line. Every night he sleeps with the thought that tomorrow morning I'll get a better offer. And that is making him delay his decision. Today, real estate has become a hospitality industry. You have to be hospitable to the customer after he has made the booking also. Otherwise, till yesterday, once the booking is done, the customer is forgotten and they look out for the next customer. Today, till the end, till the occupation certificate is provided and after sales service, even after the handover happens, the developer has to continue the relationship because social media has made the whole world into a small village. A happy customer is your best sales ambassador. Things are changing. And customer does take decisions. The decisions today is being delayed because of a lot of confusion in the market.
So what is your take?
See, right now people are thinking that prices will keep going down till elections. That's the typical thing, that you wait, let the elections happen, the prices are still going to come down. So that's a media scenario which is there. I still don't think so that price reduction is the solution. And second thing is, some people again who have the money, they might be able to reduce it. What happens to the guy who's already leveraged so much? He's already put in so much money. And then there are certain price levels which you have given to the banks, which the banks then don't allow you. With people who have taken funds today, the situation has been, and not for any of their wrongdoings, the situation has been that today they're working for banks. The entire company is working for the bank and not for them. All these delays, all these problems which kept happening for the last 5 years have really got us into a situation which we are in today. Now, yes, as I said, people will slowly start moving into buying into constructed houses.
So your take is that we should wait it out. I think that's what you're saying.
I'm not saying wait it out. You have to sell, and it'll sell. It's just a matter of another 6-7 months.
Another
the market
6-7
will
months.
definitely bounce back.
Okay.
Definitely bounce back.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's somebody who really needs no introduction. But of course, it is our honor to take a couple of minutes to also introduce him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Boman Irani, Chairman and Managing Director, Rustom Jeep Group, to please come on stage to deliver the address.
In my almost 50 years, I've seen the city change. And I have seen it change to become a city where everyone's effort paid off. Where those of us that worked and worked well, were honest, kept our belief in what we did, were ready to challenge the conventional norms, actually stood out to create, I'm talking about real estate guys, stood out to create what will become the top companies of this country in the future. So towards that, I wish myself and all fellow developers and all of you who are connected to the real estate industry all the very best. I'm sure we'll do great business in time to come, and we'll continue to enjoy the success that the city brings us. And thank you very much.
It's panel discussions like this that bring out new thoughts, that expose developers to new ideas.
Events like what's happening today are a great indicator on how the industry should be run, what are the expectations of the people, what do the people look out for, and how the developers should operate. So I think on a single platform, this variety will give new insights to the real estate sector of India. I think these kind of platforms will be educative not only to the developers, but also to the consumers at large.
Well, it's a good platform, and it's always been where you can network with the people, the industry people. Also, there's a lot of knowledge sharing from the experts, and then of course your rewards after that. So overall, it's a full packaged day with all three elements in it: networking, rewards, as well as some knowledge.
Finally, the achievers of the night were celebrated and honored.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Realty Plus Excellence Awards 2018.
And the award goes to Godrej Properties for Godrej Emerald, Pride Purple Properties for Park Turquoise.
This is a tie. So, Pride Purple Properties for Park Turquoise on stage, please.
Next subcategory, Luxury Project of the Year.
And the award goes to Radius Developers for 10 BKC.
Next subcategory, ladies and gentlemen, Ultra Luxury Lifestyle Project of the Year.
And the award goes to for Rustam G Seasons. The Wadhwa Group and Hubtown for 25 South Bespoke Homes by the Bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also need to hear it for the Wadhwa Group and Hubtown for 25 South Bespoke Homes by the Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, iconic project of the year.
And the award goes to Kalptaru for Kalptaru Avana.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at our next subcategory, Integrated Township.
And the award goes to Hiranandani Group for Hiranandani Estate, Thane.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly march ahead to our next subcategory, Themed Project of the Year. Let's take a look.
And the award goes to Godrej Properties for Godrej Element.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next subcategory is Green Project of the Year.
And the award goes to Kalptaru for Kalptaru Sparkle.
All right, so then let's march ahead quickly to our next subcategory, Developer of the Year, Commercial.
And the award goes to K. Raheja Kaur, L&T Realty for L&T Seawoods.
Let's invite the team from L&T Realty for L&T Seawoods on stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next subcategory, Township Projects. Let's take a look.
And the award goes to Kolte Patel Developers for Ivy Estate.
Let's quickly take a look. This is the Architects Awards, and our first subcategory is the Architectural Firm of the Year.
And the award goes to DSP Design Associates.
This is gonna be the CXO of the Year.
And the award goes to Khushru Jijana, Managing Director, Piramal Capital and Housing Finance.
Our next subcategory is Woman CXO of the Year.
And the award goes to Ms. Binita Dalal, Head Fundraising, Rustomjee Developers.
All right, moving on. Marketing Concept of the Year. Let's quickly take a look. Here we go.
And the award goes to VTP Realty for Dusri Diwali VTP Wali. Radius Developers for Avenue 54, Santa Cruz Summerfest.
That brings us to our next subcategory, and a very special subcategory for the evening, the Lifetime Achievement of the Year. Let's take a look.
And the award goes to Mr. Mohat Raj P. Manot, Founder and Chairman, Kalpataru Group.
In my 58 years of career and 50th year of Kalpataru, though I have seen many cycles, but this cycle is very long and challenging. It's a matter of great pride to be in forum which recognizes, showcases, and celebrates the excellence in our sector. My thanks to the organizer of the 10th Realty Plus Conclave and Excellent Awards 2018.
And now can I call all the winners on stage for a photo op with our dignitaries, please. It's going to be a group one.
Wonderful event. I think real estate is such a fast evolving sector, so more of these conferences, more you get to know of what new is happening in this industry and what are the latest innovations.
See, the 10th Realty Plus Conclave and Awards was good because the real estate industry started to look good. Mr. Monod getting the Lifetime Achievement Award celebrates the right kind of professionals, promoters who build the right kind of icons the right way. And today we heard from almost all the stalwarts of the real estate sector and all the components, the developers, the real estate property consultants, the real estate finance companies. So the mood is upbeat, the festive season is around, and the next few months are great for real estate.
I think what we are doing here is we're creating some great content which is 360 degrees, which is for consumers, for the builders, for the architects and brokers, and we keep talking about it. I think what Realty Plus has done now is to take up the task of penetrating in each and every city of the country before it actually flies out of the country to do these shows in different parts of the world.